Can anyone see me? Can anyone see me? Going on, people. Going on. Going on. Comment. Comment if people can see me. Comment if you can. Going on, people. What's going on, Curse there? You alright? Lenny, my boy. Going on. Going on. Going on, people. Going on. So yeah, great news today. Deborah Lamucci has signed a new contract for Nottingham Forest. How is everyone excited for it? I'm really happy. I'm buzzing. But today I'm doing this show today because it's Sheffield Wednesday with Nottingham Forest. I'm buzzing and got some special guests with me. Got the usual Malcolm Owen and Craig Price. We've got two Sheffield Wednesday fans coming on as well. Um, but first, we're getting Craig and Malcolm first. So, but I'm going to put a link online, but it's not for no one else. It's for Craig and Malcolm because they're not used to all this YouTube live. So yeah, it's all new to this. So yeah, it's big game tomorrow. Back again, Sheffield Wednesday v Forest. How exciting is everyone? Is everyone excited for the new campaign? Oh, I'm buzzing. It's going to be a tough game, really tough game tomorrow. But like I said, we've got Malcolm and Craig coming on soon, and then we've got two other Sheffield Wednesday fans coming on as well. And the name's Natalie Dean. She's a Sheffield Wednesday fan. She's done a few bits for Sky Sports as well. Um, and we've got another guy called Jake as well. He's a YouTuber. Um, good guy. I spoke to him last week as well. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. If anyone's got any questions, send me now before they do come on. Waiting for the last to come on. But yeah, who's excited, man? I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. Um, who's on here? Shout out to Lennon again. What's going on, Paul? What's going on, Sam? I can't wait, man. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. something for Craig and Malcolm before we do start. Problem is, like I said, I'm not used to streaming on. I'm just more new to this. So yeah, but buzzing. I'm buzzing for this game tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm just happy football's back, but especially my club, Forest. I'm buzzing. I can't wait. So, is there any questions before the guys do come on? Guys, come on. I said Malcolm and Craig are coming on. Just going to text Craig. Can't wait, man. Who's buzzing? I can't. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing for the game tomorrow. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Natalie. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm all good, man. How excited for you tomorrow's game?
I figured it out. I'm apprehensive.
Are you? Why? Why are you?
Well, how we ended before the break was kind of horrendous. We did lose the last game 5-0. So.
Yep. Right, before we start, this is Natalie. She's a big Sheffield Wednesday fan. So if anyone got any questions for Natalie, just feel free and she'll answer them. But like I said, Natalie's on to talk about tomorrow's game. And Natalie, before we do, there's another Sheffield Wednesday fan coming on as well. And it's called...
Cool.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing, mate? How are you, Nat?
Hi, Jake. This is Natalie. She's another...
Hi, Nat. Are you our support tonight so we don't get like battered by Forest fans?
I think so, yeah.
I've just seen what you said, and I'm the same. This pandemic is really bad for the world and everything, but for Sheffield Wednesday, it came at like the right point.
That's what I know. I was like, it was horrendous, wasn't it? We were it was just horrendous being a Wednesday fan. Everyone felt horrendous just before the break. So I don't think anyone was upset that the season came to a close stopped for a while. From a Wednesday perspective, it was like, thank God.
I think we were all hoping that the season was going to be void, so we didn't have to go.
I was.
We got the situation. We don't know what's happening. We can't go into this game like most fans and go, oh, it's back football. We're not too sure if the EFL are going to screw us. We could get all these points and then turn around and say, oh, here's your 21-point deduction. See ya. I
guess I'll see the positive thing. If the season had ended where it was and we'd have got a deduction, we could have ended up relegated. So.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
See, I'm trying to be positive, so I'm trying.
Right.
Is that in our nature, Nat? I didn't think Wednesday fans
Well, no, I'm trying.
Right, so soon, two of my boys, Craig and Malcolm, they'll be on soon. But Natalie, I'm going to start with you.
Yep.
So before we had the pandemic, how was Sheffield Wednesday season?
Horrendous, let's say. Well, the thing is, it's really disappointing because I think it was early January time or just before Christmas. We were like third in the league. We beat Leeds. Stephen Fletcher got injured. Then the season went off a cliff, effectively.
Okay. Okay. I know, like, you came to the City Ground and you beat Forest 4-0.
I think that's our only one good result of the season.
Jordan Rose scored a hat-trick. That tells you all you need to know about that game.
Right, listen to me. In a minute, my friend Craig, like I'm a YouTube blogger, and Craig said before the game that Jordan Rose will not score. And I said...
Well, he doesn't usually.
No.
For us.
I
was almost laughing that he scored a hat-trick. I was like, he has not scored a hat-trick. And then you were going to get the Wednesday fans going, see, he just needs service. It was a fluke, that game, clearly, because it happened again.
I was one of those fans that said he needs service. Like, oh, no. God. And then I was like, no, he won't.
I've watched him enough times in a Wednesday shirt to know that it wasn't going to come good, and it must have been a fluke, that game.
The thing about Jordan Rose, it was one of those ones we'd always wanted him to come to the club and think he'd do well. And it's the Wednesday case. They come to Wednesday and they don't do it.
Well, Chansiri bought him because the fans wanted him, I think, really, more than anything.
He did say that in an interview. He said it was a fan purchase, but I don't remember putting any money towards it.
It would be nice, but I wouldn't have.
Oh my god. So yeah, Jordan Rose, he scores past Forest every single time. So hopefully he doesn't play against Forest tomorrow.
He won't play tomorrow.
So we can.
He's not going to play tomorrow. I won't worry about that.
You sure?
Unless the whole team come down with coronavirus overnight, he ain't playing tomorrow.
Thing is, we've already got 3 injuries. We've already got Winnall injured. What's he called? Windath injured and Westwood injured in air quotes.
Injured, yeah. Like he gets injured a lot in games before games he doesn't want to play in.
He looked very good when he was swinging a kid around the garden on Twitter. His shoulder looked perfect then.
But I've enjoyed a few trips to the City Ground, to be fair, over the last few seasons. I have good memories over the last few seasons. We scored some really good goals. Like Abdi scored, like did the only thing he ever did for us and scored that worldie against Forest.
That was another player we thought would go good and did one thing.
That was like the only good thing he did was that worldie he scored against Forest. And I'd actually put a bet on him to score. I don't know why. I have no idea. And I was like, Jesus.
He always goes past Forest. He always goes past Forest as well. And so hopefully he doesn't play tomorrow.
He's not with us anymore.
I was going to say, there's no chance of that.
We basically had him on high wages and he just pissed it up the wall.
Yeah, it was terrible. He barely played any games for us, did he, to be fair?
I'm trying.
Another case of injured.
I'm trying to get Malcolm and Craig on, but they're struggling to get on. I don't know why they are struggling.
Cool.
But like I said, Natalie, Gary Monk, how has he been so far this season?
I feel a bit sorry for him because like it was a funny one because he got shoved straight in there with no time to do anything with the players in pre-season because Bruce left us in the shit, didn't he? He was in a bit of a no-win situation, but I think he hasn't really enamoured himself to our fans because he's just not very likeable, I would say. And if he was winning games, that's kind of okay. It doesn't matter. But the fact that we're not winning games and he's not very charismatic or likeable, and it's not helping when we're playing so terribly and getting terrible results. But he has.
The problem with him is that he's your typical English manager. We've had foreign managers, and Bruce is your typical English manager. But he's also got the other thing, like he said, he doesn't play well. Like when he's had things where he said, "Oh, certain players are injured." Again, where we've had this situation where 2 main players, again, actually, with 2 managers that have obviously fallen out, of injured. And my big thing with Monk is that it's not a squad. This squad is still a Carla squad. There wasn't really any Steve Bruce players in there. So it was a weird one.
Before everyone starts, here's Craig Pry.
Hello, Craig.
He's another voice.
Nice to meet you all.
He's on my team. So Craig, this is Natalie, and this is Jake. For Wednesday fans.
Hey.
So Natalie, Craig, we're just talking about Sheffield Wednesday season and Gary Monk. So sorry, what was you talking about, Natalie? Sorry.
Go on, Natalie, I interrupted.
No, it's all right. Yeah, he was left in the shit by Bruce, to be fair. Well, the whole club was. But I just think, but one thing that Gary Monk has done, which I've actually quite admired that we've not seen from managers before, he has really alluded to in interviews that there's lots of issues at Wednesday, and he's not like been scared to say that, which I think before managers have been afraid to say anything around that, whereas he's really alluded to that. And he's got some balls to do that, and he's kind of blamed people, which we've not seen before. But no one would be bothered if he left tomorrow.
No. And the thing is, this season is a very much Wednesday season.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. Our fans would, if they was liking to walk tomorrow.
A lot of them couldn't care less. Literally could not care less, no. But I'm a little bit more sensible. I'd rather have him manage the rest of the season than give it back to Lee Bullen. So, you know.
Wow.
I'd rather just get some stability.
Yeah, I'd rather he needs to stay till the end of the season.
Because the thing is, he needs at least the season. The players are not his players. And we got loads of problems. Off the field, we have loads of problems. Yeah. If it's not the EFL, it's our training pitch floods every time there's a little bit of rain.
Oh, Monk is like the smallest of the problems at Sheffield Wednesday. It's like minuscule problem.
You know when you buy a house and you just the thing keep adding up. That's just Wednesday. We got in and you got that bit. Your electric gone. Your main wall crumbling down. But it's all right. It's still standing just. Wednesday, there's so many problems that need fixing, but it's when and if.
Yeah.
It sounds like us under Fawaz.
Yeah, it is actually a very good analogy, that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it really is. But before the next point, I know you've got in trouble with the FFP. Can someone talk to us about it, please? Because we had the same situation with Fawaz, didn't we, Craig?
Yeah.
So ours is very complicated, and my dad's an accountant, so he has tried to explain it to me a few times. But to simply, the problem at the moment is basically we've effectively sold the ground to the chairman, but how we've accounted for it in the accounts is dodgy, and that's the issue right now.
But the other issue is apparently the EFL signed off on these.
Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah.
If they had signed on it, then technically, by the law, it's fine.
And we apparently we've got evidence from the EFL of them saying it was okay, but whether that's them saying, yeah, okay, you can sell your ground to your chairman, but they've not said, but you can sell it for this much. So it's very.
Chancery's been cleared of any wrongdoing already, and the people who were involved with it. So surely that should say something. But the problem you got is especially when he was selling the ground to himself, he made all these holding companies called Sheffield 1, Sheffield 2, Sheffield 5, Sheffield 6, and they're all under the same sodding building in Hillsborough on the barracks.
Well, there's a taxi company that don't really exist as well. It's very weird.
You can talk as much as you want. Can me and Craig go? Because we're doing this. You like talking, and we're like, okay, you carry on.
You did ask of what the situation is, and it is very complicated.
Yeah, it is. So we'll see what happens. Who knows?
The same as Derby.
Yeah,
exactly the same. Exactly.
Derby, Birmingham, Villa to a point before they went up.
But have you seen that they've said that they're going to basically scrap FFP for the next, is it 12 months?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to have any impact. I don't know.
I thought it was like just Champions League and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's whether it goes down or not. They haven't really clarified what they mean by they're going to scrap it for the next year properly. So we'll see.
Yeah. Craig,
I've got a question for you two then, Forest fans. With your season being and with the break, do you think it's going to hamper you more with the break than carrying on?
Personally, no. Because
that's simple.
We seem to have hit a lull in some ways, and we've got a couple of key players who had niggly injuries. So, like the Sam Basal. So if he comes back and is fit for 9 games, I think it could do us good.
And you had the good news today that your manager's staying.
Yeah.
Is that another season? Like,
look happy about that.
Contract? I haven't actually seen the Have you seen it, Dor? I haven't seen what contract you signed. But...
It's 2 years with 3rd year option.
That doesn't mean anything really, though, does it?
No. He could go whenever he wants. He could go tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't mean
contracts really don't mean anything in football anymore. Let's be honest with you.
But I think the way he has been this season, I think he deserves it. Are you wrong or right, Craig?
Oh, definitely. I mean, none of us knew who he was.
I feel like you having
Carlos. Everyone had to Google him, but he's come in. He's been a breath of fresh air. I've never known a manager who's so honest. I mean,
that's what you want sometimes.
After the Charlton game, he came out on Radio Nottingham and actually called the team shit.
That's what you need sometimes, though, isn't it? Because it's not the manager's fault always.
No. Monk did again, Blackman.
He did, yeah. He's been quite honest.
The thing
what you need sometimes, some honesty.
Definitely.
The thing you got with your situation now is very similar to Wendy's first situation with Chancery and Carlos. You're in that like really happy period where it's all going well. Kind of thing. And I hope it continues for you, to be honest with you, because when it's going shit, it's really shit.
It goes down here. You need to get promoted straight away, basically.
Yeah.
Next question. Do you know any news about any Sheffield Wednesday players not playing tomorrow? Do you know anything?
Well, there's...
the ones you mentioned that are injured, yeah.
The ones that are injured, I think, by the sounds of it, everyone's been offered an extension on the contract.
It'll be interesting about Forestieri to see if he plays, because his agents kicked up a big fuss this week, trying to suggest that he's not heard anything from Wednesday, which apparently is a load of rubbish. So it'll be interesting to see if that causes any frictions. We've had a lot of issues with him before off the pitch. So it'll be interesting to see if he plays tomorrow.
Thing is, Wednesday fans got really worried because people have been talking like right move and they saw that his house was up for rent and stuff. Said, "Oh, he's obviously going." It's like people are allowed to move house, you know.
I'm happy for him to go after this. I am happy for us to leave him after. I don't think we should give him a long-term new contract anyway. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he plays tomorrow based on what's been going on with his agent causing problems.
I think he'll probably. I think Wednesday think he'll be done. I personally think so. He's hit 30. He's had a lot of knee injuries. He's the wrong.
And he's on a lot. He's one of our top earners as well.
Yeah.
He's barely played in the last 2 seasons, and he's caused a lot of problems, like doing things to other teammates at training and refusing to go to away games. He's caused a lot of problems.
It'd be interesting to see what club picks him up.
I know he had a problem. What did he do at Maxwell Town?
Basically, he got accused of racial abuse, and it got cleared by the EFL. No, yeah.
It got cleared by like a criminal court.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Well, then the EFL charged him.
Yeah.
So.
But that also kind of hung over that season because that was always ongoing. And each season recently, it's been something ongoing that's hanging over to know what's happening. That lasted until like October. Normally, the only thing Wednesday are normally waiting for in October and November is football kit from the club. So the way we had a season where our kits weren't ready to buy. We couldn't buy football kits until like October, November.
That happened to Forest, didn't it, Craig?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
We're always quite late. We are.
We're always late the same. I think when we had Fawaz, because I remember we didn't have a kit, so it was like last minute.
We didn't have Fawaz didn't have sponsors, so he decided to put his own name on the shirt.
Oh well, he's the chairman's had his name on our shirts for ages.
He actually changed the name of the company because it was actually Al Hazi.
Yeah,
but he had to change it to Fawaz, so he had his own name on there.
Chancery's plastered Chancery on the shirts. It's on
everywhere.
It's everywhere now. The thing with Wednesday, we were kit sponsors. Our makers were Sondico, which were Mike Ashley Sports Direct. He didn't like the deal. He hated the contract. He killed it. All our kits are now made in-house, kind of thing. So we make them in-house.
By his new company.
By another one of his new companies, by the way. This is like, he's got like 3 or 4 different companies. I think this must be the only one that's making money. And he's only just started like selling the sport gear that they make or something like that.
I think people are starting to realise now, though, that the issues are very underlying and are with Chancery now. They're stopping blaming players. Players have been a bit useless, have been really terrible this season, but people have stopped blaming the players now, and to the managers to an extent, a lot of people are starting to realise that it is down to the way the club's been run and where the underlying issues are. But
it's a case of somebody that's not. It's a case of someone that basically never run a football club. He's been, but
for his son.
But nobody knows what he actually did at his family company. It's never been clear what his actual job was there.
Is he related to Fawaz?
It sounds like it. It really does.
His family-owned John West Tuna, but
he was related to Fawaz. Because we had the same problem, didn't we, Craig? Always had the same problem.
Bloody all sorts. The fuck was it? The safety certificates wasn't done, so
we've had that this year.
We thought it wasn't going to have any crowds. Didn't pay the pie people. Didn't pay anybody.
We've had
fans start to realise though, don't they? What the fans all realise after a while. Like I think it's good at first. You've got a new chairman who brings money in, but then you start to realise, don't you, all the issues after a while.
To tell you that the contrast is when Marinakis came in. The first thing he did was just give the City ground a lick of paint, which made a massive difference to fans' attitudes straight away.
And it won't cost him barely anything, will it? Yeah.
So,
little things sometimes, little things.
Right, so next one, Natalie, with 9 games to go, like Sheffield Wednesday got Forest next. Do you think they can do a late playoff push or relegation?
I can't be too optimistic. I'm going to be realistic and just hope that we're still comfortably in this league, to be honest. Because if we get a points deduction, I want us to be clear enough of the relegation zone that if we get a points deduction, we're clear of the relegation zone. I think any hope of the playoffs is no, it's not. No. Anyone who thinks that's not been realistic, in my opinion, at all.
No, you're talking like Craig now, because that's how Craig talks realistic. So
realistic. They all call me negative, but no, I'm realistic.
We ain't getting in. Lee Bullen said something about our ambition is to still get into the playoffs, and I was like, you've been taking something. It's not happening. No chat, absolutely. We lost the last game 5-0 to Brentford. I mean, Brentford are doing really well this season, but still, I mean,
And that was our second 5-0 defeat of the season.
Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn.
Yeah.
We were 4-0 down at half time.
Yeah. So I don't think so.
Just like us against you, lot.
So
Yeah,
still in the championship, still in the championship next season, and clear out lots of and get rid of loads of players that have been there for too long. I'd like to happen at the end of the season. We need a fresh start next season.
What about you then, Jake? Late push for playoff or
No chance. I'd just be happy for safety,
really?
to be fair, because I can't see with the players and with how they played this season. Yeah, the break will have been good to get legs fresh and everything else, but if we just had what I can only call is a typical Wednesday season. Deep Roof leave 2 weeks before the season, caretaker manager in until September, come in at September, does all right, gets us to third in the league, then gets to Christmas, goes downhill, then have a pandemic where everything stops, and now we're looking at the EFL charging us, and now we've got to try and see if we can make him out of points. It's just how when to do things. We don't do things easy.
Wow. Wow.
So
No,
still a championship team next season. That'll do.
Yeah. And the problem is, if anything with the EFL does happen or they don't do anything to us, the problem the EFL's now got is that apparently Barnsley, Luton, Hull and all them lot down the bottom are talking about suing them if nothing happened to us.
Yes.
well, I think, Craig, before you came on, Craig, we're talking about a vlog we done when you said Jordan Rhodes won't score. So this is the culprit.
Typical jinxing, isn't it?
This is the
Typical
culprit.
jinxing it.
Jordan Rhodes won't score, and what could happen to him? He scored 3 passes. So
Yep.
I was
To
saying,
be fair, we were more shocked than you probably that he scored 3
Yeah.
goals. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, this is not
I'm just going on
good.
his recent form. He'd done nothing until that.
Recent 2 years form probably is what
Yeah,
you were looking at.
Exactly.
And everyone was like, we were saying before, like everyone was like, well, not everyone. Some people who were a bit deluded were like, oh, he just needs some confidence. He just needs the service. Now he's scored a hat trick. He'll be back to the Jordan Rhodes of old. Nah, we're back to exactly the same next game.
Yeah, just
Rubbish.
scores against us.
You
that's
could
all.
have panned to the Wednesday fans and just saying, going,
Literally,
what?
and the third one, we're like, huh? What?
And the thing is, they weren't bad goals either.
One of them
They were
was
actually
really good, wasn't it? I was like, what's happened?
I said that before I did my vlog. If people should watch it when Wednesday beat 4-0, there's a vlog on it. Watch it before the match. Craig said Jordan Rhodes will not score, and I said,
Yeah.
I said Jordan Rhodes will score, and look what he done after like 20 minutes. Hat trick.
You got good odds on that. Jesus.
I don't
To
think
be
you've got
fair, that
anything
was-
to worry about tomorrow, though.
That wasn't a typical Forest defensive performance of the season. That was a shambles from Forest defensively.
Craig, Sheffield Wednesday, we could have played fantastic, and Jordan Rhodes still would have scored. He still would have scored. That's right. I'll bet you any minute now. If he plays tomorrow, he'll score.
He won't play tomorrow. He won't play tomorrow.
I can't
Unless
say
something
so.
really weird happens overnight, he ain't going to play tomorrow.
Please, God, don't let him. And who's the other guy? Hudi, or who's the other guy? The one he's talking about. The
Abdi.
Abdi.
Oh, no,
He's
he's not
He's
playing
long
for us
gone.
anymore.
Oh, thank you, because he always.
That was like the only thing he ever did for us was that worldie against you. Again, that was literally the only thing he did in a Wednesday shirt that was good.
We once had a player that we had him all season, and he only got 20 minutes on at the end of the season. That was it.
Nice.
That's all we saw from him. And we
Nice.
had a situation where we couldn't find any centre back, so we got this one from Germany in. I mean, he looked good at the time. And apparently, we looked at 200 centre backs, and this was the best we could find.
It was the only one Chansiri would pay for, probably, is more likely to be
yeah.
true.
Because that's why we never got Hector. He was just out of our price range. And I think the problem you've got now with the EFL in general is everyone can tell FFP just doesn't work. It doesn't work, and no one understands it. That's the other issue.
Yeah.
If you got the money, you should be allowed to spend it.
Not very clear, is it?
Wow.
Not very clear.
Right, Craig, have you got any questions for Sheffield Wednesday fans?
Right, put me on the spot here. I've literally got in as I came on here.
Go on here. Any questions for him?
I am.
Oh,
Have
that's
you-
easy.
Right, so yeah, you're the presenter. Come on, do your job.
Have you got any questions for me or Craig about Forest?
What's your prediction for tomorrow?
Yeah. What's your prediction?
I'm going for 1-0 to us. Because we're not a high scoring team. We don't have a great record at your place. But I just think with the neutralisation of no fans and stuff, I think the better team might.
That's not a bad thing for us at the moment.
I think that'll be the blessing of the guys, but I think no fans
Yeah.
actually will help us.
It will. The players have been getting. We've been having recently the "you're not fit to wear the shirt" chants regularly after games. So I don't think it'll take. And the players, I feel like sometimes they feel it's too much pressure from the Wednesday fans, and they don't perform as well. We are sometimes better
I
away.
think you're going to see with all this behind closed doors, you're going to see players who normally bottle it step up.
I think Bannon will play better.
Well.
Bannon will be better. I think Bannon will be better. He doesn't like it when the fans get on at him. I think he'll play with a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
I think when we beat Charlton, was it 1-0? Can't remember what it was, 2-1 or 1-0, whenever it was. When we beat Charlton, the place was rocking, but it's been the only thing to cheer. And then people after the game were going, "It's only Charlton," and that's the problem. We've not had any positive this year, apart from being third at about Christmas.
And beating Leeds.
Beating Leeds, and probably the win against you guys, actually. That's probably only been our positives. The problem Wednesday got is when it comes to Christmas, and it's every sodding year, we get into a really good place, and it takes us 2 months after Christmas to get going. Because we always lose all our games in January, pretty much. We start to come into it okay in February, and by March, when we're looking at getting into places, we start playing better again. We have like a 2-month hangover. So us being third at Christmas probably wasn't the best thing for us. And it gave our fans too much hope. And you know what it's like if you give fans hope. It just cancels.
Yeah, we're similar with December. We seem to do well into December, and then we'll just go crash. When we beat Hull on Boxing Day, I think it was one of our first wins in December for years.
Really?
Oh wow!
So I have another question for you guys then. So we were just talking about how like the impact of not having fans and stuff. So who out of your guys do you think it'll be the best for not having fans there? Who do you think will thrive better under the environment of no fans?
I think you could play like John Bostock. Not quite.
That's
a name. Majors.
You've got Diakarby or Diary. He's absolutely shocking. But you never know because fans now when he comes on are groaning. So with he might do something, but.
And the other way then, who do you think possibly will be negatively impacted by having no crowd?
I think if you look at maybe some of the local lads, like your lads who are really up for it, like your Joe Worrells and even like Matty Cash who come through the academy.
He's been fantastic this
season. Off the crowd.
The thing is, we haven't got that really at the minute. We've got some coming through now.
We've got like Liam Palmer, who's a local lad, but I wouldn't say the fans are obsessed with it by any stretch of the imagination.
You got Alex Hunt, who's looking like a decent prospect, and if you actually look through our like training pictures that they've shown all week, it's all youth team players they're focusing on, and we've had about
and first area, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like they know come the Bristol City game that players are going, and we're going to have to lob the under 23s in. It just feels like they haven't been able to get to certain players to extend contracts. Like one of the players we have extended the contract, did great that Kieran Lee's extended the contract, but he's 32.
You knew he would though. You knew he would extend his contract. Like, you just knew he would.
The only reason I think Forestieri may actually stay is he may take a pay cut because A, he's got a young family and he's about to have another one on the way.
If he can't get anything else, he will stay. You can guarantee his agent is trying to get him a new deal at the moment. Everybody can. You can guarantee it. Whereas if he can't find anything, then he might. That's the only reason he'll stay. He's not loyal to Sheffield Wednesday or anything. He'll stay.
You got any players that you're scared of losing if you don't go up?
But it's going to be again Matty Cash, Joe Worrells, them kind of players.
Yeah,
Matty Cash. I can see. Definitely, if you don't get promoted, a low-end Prem team taking a punt on Matty Cash.
Like a Bournemouth.
Ben, Matty Cash isn't a right back, is he? Have you seen that video?
Right.
Yes.
Right. Basically, that.
I'm like, what?
Right. Basically, me, Craig, and Malcolm went to Greece to watch
to Athens, to Olympiakos friendly.
Olympiakos.
Okay.
Matty Cash, basically, he was getting ripped apart by the Olympiakos left winger. and on the vlog you see a clip saying Markham says Marty Cash is not a right back, and I agree.
And Ben's nodding in agreement.
I not agree. So basically, Marty Cash, because he's slowly, like West Brom first game of the season, he scored, then he dipped afterwards, and then it was a lead away. He played fantastic. Since from then, he's been great. And I think it was on the way to, I think it was Brentford away. Just someone's put on Twitter of me and Malcolm a little clip saying Matty Cash is not a right back. So everyone sees it. And I'm getting the blame for it. And it wasn't me, it was Malcolm. So,
Oh my God.
So
to be fair, you are the editor. You could have edited that out.
No.
That's cheating. I'm pretty sure I picked him because I had to do for Sky the championship team of the season, and it was a while ago now. But I'm pretty sure I picked Matty Cash in my 11.
He's been phenomenal. It was a right win. So,
I'm credit for this, not Malcolm, for Matty Cash being fantastic. So if Matty Cash is watching this, I'm taking the credit. Okay.
What do you guys think is your running for the end of the season like then?
A lot of mixed bag. We've got a mixed bag.
So we've got Sheffield.
Where do you think you'll finish then? Not where do you hope you'll finish. Where do you think you'll finish?
I think we'll get a playoff spot.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think we'll get a playoff spot.
Who else do you think is going to end up in the playoffs then?
Fulham.
Yeah, definitely.
Fulham and Brentford.
No, I'm still praying that somehow Leeds are going to end up in the playoff spots, not one or two.
Malcolm still thinks we'll get automatic somehow, so I don't know.
Really? Well, you can get it instead of Leeds. That's fine.
He's been saying it since the start of the season, so he's still on that
He's
balance.
not changing his mind till it's mathematically impossible.
He'll probably still be saying it when it.
I'd like to see you and Brentford play each other in the playoffs. I think that'd be.
I'll take Brentford.
I think that'd be a really. I think for a neutral, especially, that'd be a really good game.
You said on my stream of what, wasn't it, though?
We beat them 1-0 both times so far. So
we beat Brentford twice, home and away. If it's like it's Forest, Brentford, Fulham, and Preston, we've got to stay away from Preston because
I don't want Preston.
We don't want Preston because we've not got
the counter our style.
There's one of those teams that you just can't play against.
We're happy without the ball.
Okay, yeah,
right.
fine.
So
you'd be happy to play against Fulham or Brentford and play football effectively because you that makes sense. Well, good game to watch.
We went to Fulham away and we bossed them start to finish.
The first 10-15 minutes we were all over them. We Fulham that day.
So that's why I think when we said we want to stay away from Preston because like I said they play the same style as us, but the way Fulham and Brentford play, they play forward football. So it's our style. So me personally, I prefer to finish 5th or 6th. So our home record, it's been like that all season. Our away record, we've only lost 2. We've got a fantastic away record, a fantastic record in London. So that's why I prefer to have Fulham or Brentford. So we can play.
You told me your away record now just worried me for Saturday.
But like I said, we've got
and our home record is not exactly
something as well where I think the fans could affect it because of the way we play, and we're quite solid. So in the last 10-15 minutes when the home team coming at you, the crowd can make that. The away fans can make that a little bit of a difference to keep the lads up for it.
They can, that's very true. Actually, that is true. Actually, you're not going to get that.
With Wednesday, it's the other way around. If we're losing that last 10-20 minutes or so, and the fans know they can't do anything, they're horrible.
Yeah. I also feel as though that if Wednesday are winning a game, if by it's one goal, often for the last 10-15 minutes, it's just painful. And the fans, you can feel the nervousness in the fans quite often, and that probably doesn't help the players either.
Yeah.
Do you think Forest will make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Really?
You've played a style of football that has reminded me of when we had Carlos, kind of thing.
Yeah, he was a good manager.
He was a very good manager. He just lost it at the end by being a bit batshit mental, like screwing up 20 quid notes at press conferences.
Was it?
Oh yeah, there was a press conference where he said, "This is 20 quid." Screwed it up, put it on the floor, put it on the table. Said, "It's still 20 quid." It's like, your point? He went batshit crazy. He went really mental at the end of it. And there's interviews that have come out recently from Ross Wallace and co, who were part of that squad. They just took piss out of him. He lost the dressing room. He just lost the dressing room to the point where he would be talking, and they just turn around and said, "Is he for real?" Kind of thing. And he just lost the dressing room, and that's what his problem is. And the manager, everyone always says, "Oh, I'd love to have him back," but I always think when a manager, you go to a club once, and that's it. You never go back.
Yeah. We had that with Billy.
Yeah.
I was living in Sheffield the season you lost to Huddersfield in the playoffs. So I used to work at Savills Bar. The atmosphere like around the city was pretty good from the whole Sheffield Wednesday fans coming in and stuff.
It hurts. Thinking about that game.
Well, to be fair, the playoff game hurts.
Yeah.
But I think that the penalty shootouts, unfortunately for me, that game against Huddersfield at Hillsborough, I was being filmed for the whole game.
Oh.
So it's horrendous. I was on video, and at the end they were like, well, the Huddersfield fans were singing, they're like, "How do you feel?" And I was like, "How the fuck do you think I feel?" I was like, "Oh, I'm buzzing." Well happy. The Huddersfield fans are like sarcastically singing "Oh Forestieri," and I'm just stood there like, brilliant, just wonderful, just off the shootout.
To be fair, that game didn't actually help Jordan Rhodes either because he refused to take a penalty.
He didn't take a penalty, did he? No.
He refused to take it because he used to play for Huddersfield.
Ridiculous.
He refused to take a penalty.
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. But that was a joke.
And when that kind of came out, people really fell out with him. And the thing is, if he does play tomorrow,
I hope
he won't. He won't. Fletcher.
Unless the whole squad come down with coronavirus, he ain't playing tomorrow.
Tomorrow's front lineup for me for Wednesday is either it's going to be Fletcher and Wickham.
Probably.
If Fletcher starts, then if he comes back of Fletcher's middle of the season, then great, we're in worse shape.
It depends on Forestieri though, because I don't know. It's really difficult to predict whether he's going to play or not tomorrow.
You don't know where to play him though, because he's not a striker.
No, but sometimes he plays him as like just opposite. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
He plays him as like an attacking number 10 who's got a free roam where he can go wherever he likes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, to be honest, what happens.
I think the game tomorrow will be interesting just to see how fit everyone players are and if people treat it as like a pre-season.
It's interesting because if this game had just continued from where it was before and next game after 5-0 to Brentford, I wouldn't have even wanted to watch it because I'd have been horrified. I'd have been really worried about what could happen.
I mean, we lost 3-0. We lost 3-0 at home to Millwall last game. So
neither of us were in a good position for the last game. But it was a toxic atmosphere though. When we ended for the break between the fans, it was just toxic. Like there wouldn't have been, the crowd would have been very, very, very low, and it would have been very, very, very negative. So it's probably
if we lost against Forest that game at the time before the break, I think Monk may have got the chop.
He might have had no choice, to be honest, given how the fans were behaving. Which there'd be no point in getting rid of him, but I think there's a chance they would have happened. Yeah.
Monk got to properly show that he's got this group of players going for this game, because if he doesn't, the fans are just going to turn.
Yeah, and he's not the problem, but yeah, he's going to have to. We need to win again.
Like Nat said about how many players are still at the club, it says a lot when your captain said, "I've never been at a club this long where I'm still sitting next to the same player who was brought in when I came in." And he said, "I've never seen it where players have been kept this long."
We've barely sold anyone, and a lot of the reason why we've barely sold anyone is because Chansiri, he valued the players, let's say, a lot higher than they're worth and the market value that anyone's going to pay for them. And that's a big problem because he's not selling them because he thinks they're worth a hell of a lot more than they are. So he just not sold anyone. So then
in the entire time Chansiri's been here since 2015-16 season, we sold 2 players.
Hunt and
Zhao to Reading.
Oh yeah, that's
Morgan Fox been linked with quite a lot of clubs, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's out of contract.
Because he's meant to be out of contract, and because since he joined, he's had so much abuse from Wednesday fans. But for the past season, He's been a lot better, and now fans are like quite worried that we're going to lose him, which is interesting compared to the views of fans on Morgan Fox a year ago. He's
a sound guy, to be fair, because I used to know him when I was in Sheffield.
Oh, did you?
He had a
sound guy.
He had a really good preseason where he went and actually paid for like one of the boot camps and stuff, and he came back so in shape and really looking forward to it. And he's been our best player this season. And the problem is, I don't blame him if he left before the abuse he got. If he got another club to come for him, I wouldn't blame him at all.
He's actually a centre off, isn't he? Not a left back.
Yeah,
he's playing out of position, really.
Yeah. He's been really good.
I just realised something. You saying that just made me realise that when we were looking for 200 centre back, we had one and he was playing left back. Jesus. The Wednesday squad needs a complete rebuild, and that's the problem we got. It's a very aging squad with, I think, a lot of the passion by some of the lads have gone because they know they're just going to get a contract.
I don't like they don't give a shit, don't they? In a lot of the games, there's no effort, and that's what gets the fans the most. Is that literally they just look like they can't be arsed, and that's obviously a massive, the worst thing to watch, isn't it? As a fan and player looking like they just can't be arsed.
Yeah,
and it was a lot like half the team on the pitch were looking like that.
It's
carry on.
I think the situation with Wednesday is, I think having Monk there and someone actually now being told he got a chance to do what he wants to do in the summer, if we can to keep him. I think next season you'll see a Wednesday team that looks a lot more. They're going to give him more effort. I 100% think we're finally going to use our academy because we've not used our academy.
We might have no choice. It'll be interesting to see.
Right. So before we go, I'm going to get everyone's prediction for tomorrow. So we'll start with you, Natalie.
I'm going to try and be really positive, okay?
Listen, she's being positive. So be positive, okay?
I don't feel as though you can predict that your team are going to lose because I don't think that's appropriate. So I'm going to say 2-2.
2-2.
That's been very positive. That's two things. I'm hoping it's going to be a good game, and I'm hoping we're not going to lose. Let's see.
Wow. Jake?
I'm going with what I said midweek with you on my stream. I'm going 2-1. I think we'll just win it, but with our back four and our keeper situation, I can't see keeping a clean sheet. So I'm gonna go 2-1.
Is it Kieran Westwood in goal for you?
No, he hasn't been in goal since November.
Dawson just know this stuff.
It's
doesn't keep track.
It's either Dawson or Wildsmith that's going to get it.
You know what happened to Westwood? I don't get it.
So basically, he's got a really, really bad attitude, and it's been on the verge of being. So Joss, who was the manager before Bruce, finally had enough, and it was clear when Carlos was manager that it was on the cusp of happening. But when Joss became manager, he just kicked him out. He just left him out of the team, and it's all because of his attitude, not because of his ability. He's just a really bad attitude, and ever since, and it's continued. Bruce played him a bit, but then Monk's obviously realised what he's like, and he's not in the squad. He's had a word with him and said basically, I'm not playing you, and that's it. And it's a shame because he's the best goalie in our squad by a long way in ability.
Yeah, it's a case of being big bollocks, Billy Big Bollocks, and he thinks he's better than he is. And he's a good keeper and the best keeper we've got, but
attitude.
You're not bigger than the club, and you're not. If your manager turn around and say you're not playing, you go fair cop. I'm not going to play. Fair
well,
enough.
there's a lot of times we've seen a lot. It's too much to be a coincidence that there's been a game that could potentially be a hard game that he suddenly got injured just before the game.
Yeah.
During the game, we've gone a goal down and he's gone off injured. It happens so much, like way too much for it to be a coincidence, in my opinion.
The other one for us is Sam Hutchinson. Similar situation.
He was at Forest.
It was, wasn't it?
It was briefly. Well, yeah.
Again, attitude.
It's an attitude thing with both of them, and it seems like there's a couple of them like that seem to just they're there because they're there. If that makes sense.
You'll get a portion of the fans who, like with Hutchinson and Westwood, no matter what they do, the fans just can't see anything bad in them, and they'll just think that it's the manager's fault and everyone else's fault, and won't ever think that the players could have done anything wrong. And it's quite frustrating when you read that and hear people saying that, because it's obvious that it's not just one manager they've had issues with; it's now several.
I said it before. If we one manager and it happens, then yeah, you can say it's coincidence. If it's happened with a second manager and the second manager just turned up and he's seen it, it's not coincidence. There's something wrong. And if you're going to be like that, we don't need that toxicity in the dressing room.
No, we don't.
Right. So I'm going to go for. I'm being positive. Even if we have got a record at Middlesbrough, I'm going for 1-0 Forest. 1-0 Forest because we've got a fantastic away record this season. So
that's Sabri's away scoreline generally 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
What he likes.
But if Jordan Rose does play, please, he doesn't. I think Sheffield Wednesday will win. So I'm going for 1-0 Forest. Own goal.
Own goal.
Own goal. But yeah. But yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which player that would be.
But yeah, Natalie and Jay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Been perfect.
Malcolm, he had problems coming on, so I don't know what happened to Malcolm.
It's a shame.
But
it's Malcolm trying to use technology, bless him. We'll have a word with him tomorrow when we're social distance watching the game tomorrow.
Social distance.
We're
having a social distance streaming in my garden.
That sounds fun.
Whereabouts are you both watching the game tomorrow?
I've come to, because I live on my own, so I've come to stay with my parents, so I'm going to watch it with them because my dad's at Wednesday as well. So.
I will be watching it with my 2-year-old little girl and trying not to hope she doesn't swear.
If she does, it's definitely her fault. So I mean,
No, it's not. It's my wife's fault. My wife's.
Okay.
My wife, when she watches Celtic Rangers, it's I'm not even going to start.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah, but like I said, thank you very much.
No problem.
For taking your time to come on my channel. If you enjoy this video, make sure you like it, subscribe, and hopefully Forest win tomorrow, if that's okay.
I'm not going to agree with that one. I think there's a good chance you will, but
yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for watching this.
Cheers, Chris Kamara.
Well, listen to me. I've not had a haircut since March the 9th, so I do apologise for my afro. So. But like I said, thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and hopefully Forest do win tomorrow, hopefully, and no Jordan Rhodes. Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So like I said, thank you everyone for watching, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And like I said, thank you, Jake, and thank you, Natalie.
No worries.
Hey.
What?
Not thanking the bellend.
No. This guy's a bellend, so I don't like giving him.
So.
He doesn't get a thank you.
No.
Watch it with your haircut when you go to cut your hair, mate.
But yeah, so thank you very much.
I've told him I'm going to give him Mr. T haircut.
Oh God.
But yeah, so thank you very much, and we'll see everyone tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.